brighter out here than I thought it was. You know, it's a little gloom. My shades. Hey, Alana. How are you? Just trying to find my shades because it's a little brighter out here than I thought it was. And I can't find them. Maybe the light won't turn before I find them. But that's okay. Did I put them up here? No. Oh well. Hey, Elevated. Thank you for joining. I just wanted to chit chat about. Well, first of all, tell me if y'all have read or heard anything about the Halle Bailey and DDG whole issue. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on the way home from work today. Do y'all know who Halle Bailey and DDG are? Hey, T. Hey, PT. How are you today? Thank you for joining. Oh, that was a bad decision. You could have waited. I just saw somebody risking their life. And whatever it is they risked it for, it can't be that serious. Amazing, no complaints. How are you? I'm good because I'm off work. And I'm headed home. And I just wanted to do this little chit chat and share my thoughts while I'm headed home. But also being like around Halle's age and had a baby and the dude turned out to be crazy, you know, doing questionable things. It also happened to me. So I truly empathize with her. I get the protective mama bear vibe. I get that real clear with her. Like, it don't matter who it is, including the daddy. If you could even possibly put my child in any danger, it's a no. And if we're not married and there's no custody agreement and visitation agreement and all that, then I'm the sole primary parent, so we gotta go by what I say. And to hear, well, not to hear, but to read what I read today in her restraining order and some of the pictures that I saw, it's like these young dudes, they minds just be, I don't know. And then I saw DDG's stream that he did like a couple of months or so ago, just openly talking about and saying stuff like she wouldn't let him get his son for like a month now, and he been having all these issues with seeing him. But I was just like, it's two sides every single time. And that definitely should not have been handled or, you know, talked about on the internet like that. Like, I'm sure Halle is reasonable. Like, she hadn't been unreasonable, you know, all this time. But anyway, I don't know. Do y'all feel like she's to blame too? We don't know everything. And in my experience, again, as a young single mom, never married the dad, and you find out more and more things about this person that you had no idea about, or they start acting completely like out of character and out of the way that you knew them, that's scary, especially when a child is involved. And again, that mama bear come out, and it's just like, it Anybody can get it. I don't care what you do, say. Like, you're not going to even slightly put my child in any odd, unsafe, crazy situations. And if you're the problem, then they're not going to be around you either until you get yourself together. And then he refusing. I don't remember if it said he was refusing, but she was trying to get a visitation agreement and stuff in place, and it's like, I don't know if he was being difficult about that. I don't know. But it sounded real familiar to what I went through, and I truly empathize with her. Do I feel like a child needs their father in their life? Absolutely. Because I don't know what that is like. My dad has always been in my life, but my dad was never a threat or a danger, like, ever. And my mom knew that, and he never presented that, so it was never an issue. After my parents got divorced. So my heart just goes out to her. I didn't deal with any DV. So my heart goes out to her that she did. I really hope it didn't go both ways. But if she was defending herself, that's a totally different, a totally different thing. Like, if he did all that and she was fighting back, then yeah, I don't blame her. I would have too. They don't know how to move on. Yeah, I think that's true too, Alana. It's way more to it. He definitely still, I think he definitely still loves that girl, but she probably saw some stuff in him or in his circle or something, and she was like, nah, I'm out. She definitely does not need him. She was who she was before she met him. Wow, I didn't know they had, yeah. And I think she was dealing with postpartum through all this too. And I can only imagine when your hormones ain't right, your tolerance level is low and your sensitivity level is high. Hey, Ebony. Ebony, thank you for joining, girl. I'm on my way home. And I was just starting to watch her vlog right before I left work. But I'm going to finish it when I get home. I sure am. Thank everybody for joining. Y'all hit that like for me, please. I see 9 people in here, 8 likes. But I also know that YouTube be behind. So y'all probably see something different than I do. But I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I don't know what y'all saying. You might as well hide me from your channel. Why Soul Reaper? Interesting. DG's family entered the chat and welcomed their opinion. I saw something about that too, but I didn't read it. But it's just like that also makes stuff messier, because everybody is gonna be on the side of their family. Probably about 9, almost 10 times out of 10. But as a mama, like, I say about more than half the time we right. Our instincts are just different when it comes to our babies. They literally grow and live inside of us for 9 months. So it's just a bond, and it's just different between a mother and their child. That's how I feel anyway. Yep, 2 sides, yep. Can people just drive? They can, Justin, but worry about yourself. How about that? That's real easy to do, Justin. For reals. Hey, everybody. I'm not reading everybody's name in the chat. And y'all, I got plenty of space in front of me, behind me, beside me. So I'm not, and I'm not driving real fast. I'm on the expressway, but I'm not driving real fast at all. But yeah, I don't know. I understand wanting to protect your baby. They don't know anything that's going on. And from what I read, like, all this happened like in front of the baby. And yeah, he's just one, but they feel vibes and emotions, and they know when they can feel when something is wrong. And I'm sure he's not gonna remember it, but still, like, you shouldn't want you shouldn't want to carry on like that in front of the child. Like, that should, if anything, that should be the one thing that stops you. But I don't know. I feel like they're definitely gonna work it out, and it's definitely gonna be through the courts. But it might be a long time for Halle and Dee Dee to talk to each other again. He seems like a good dad and like a doting father, and like I'm sure he loves that little boy just as much as she does. And she might be a little controlling. I kind of got a twinge of that like months back when, what was that happened some months back? Oh, I can't remember. When she was on the internet saying that that she didn't know where her son was. And she was on the internet saying that kind of stuff and being emotional. I kind of got like a little bit of controlling vibes for that. It seemed like they just been had stuff going on for like ever. And it was also weird to me, child, I don't know who that is. Halle Bailey. Her sisters, Chloe Bailey, they were the twins who sing. They signed to like Beyonce's label. Hey Trish, hey DeCenta. But yeah, DDG is her child's father. He's a rapper and I think he's a Twitch streamer. And I just caught some of his content like the beginning of this year. And I remember I wanted to watch it because I wanted to see Halle and more of the baby and like how their whole dynamic was as a couple. Because her whole pregnancy, like, they never made an announcement. And then they just popped out with the baby and everything, like probably a month or so after she had him. So it was really weird that they did all that not talking, and then after that it was like non-stop content with the baby. So they whole situation to me just kind of been weird the whole time. That's just me. Just know that Halle is the black. Hey, there you go. Thank you, DeCenta. She sure is. And I never saw that movie. I didn't want to see it. I'm not a huge fan of her or her sister's music. I support them as black women. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of their music. It's okay. I think I like them better together. Maybe that's what it is, because I like their song, what is it, Do It? I think that's what it's called. And it was a cute little viral dance to that song over the pandemic. I like that song. And I like them on, I think it was Grownish. And Halle seemed like a little, roll your neck, sharp tongue type of young lady. So I could possibly see how things could escalate. And then, like, when she did that whole thing on the internet about she didn't know where her son was, DDG came out with like a very mature response and apology and stuff. So I don't know. I guess he want to see his son and not have it controlled or whatever. She said he hadn't been helping financially with the son, which is insane. Like, you would think. I think they're both pretty wealthy, so you would think that wouldn't be an issue. You would think she wouldn't have to spend a dime, but you know, you never know. You never ever know what's really going on. I don't know her music. Now I want to hear it. Yeah, go check it out. Definitely go check it out. Do your research. But I just like them. I remember seeing their covers that they did on YouTube. And somehow Beyonce saw them and she signed them to, what is it, Parkwood Entertainment or whatever. Her sister was talking. Yeah, I did see that, but I don't know who Burna Boy is. I don't know his music at all, out of all people. Hey, Jocelyn. I don't listen to them either. Their music, yeah. Like how y'all out here picking these losers. Okay, he's a reggae artist. Okay, I don't know who that is. I'm not a big reggae fan, but I don't know. I do hope they get it figured out, because that little boy deserves, just like every child, they deserve to have parents that are civil and get along and all of that. But I get the mama bear vibes, but she does seem like a tiny hair of a bit controlling, and like her way is her way or the highway, and it's not like, I don't know. And they're really young too. I don't know exactly their ages, but they are young. Like very young. But yeah. My heart goes out to her. And Halo. And I hope they get it together. And I think it was something about like DDG having him around like different women and stuff like that. And I don't agree with that. If y'all aren't together and you're dating, but it's not like your spouse or somebody you're engaged to or have been in a long-term relationship, I don't think you should expose the kids to those people that you're just dating and doing whatever with. I'm not saying DDG was doing that, but it also was saying some stuff in there about DDG thinking that Halle was on vacation and stuff with other men, and he was in her house while she was out of town, sending her pictures talking about, I see what you've been doing. And I was like, child, is DDG on something? Like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, wanting to see your son and just roam, going into the girl house and she out of town. I think it said he wouldn't give the key back or something like that. I don't know. It was just, I was just like, ugh. I agree that is scary, so I get why she's doing the restraining order, because you're not just going to be trespassing all up in my house and we not together. Like, that is a no-no. I would move. That is exactly what I would do. And in one particular situation, I did move because this person wouldn't leave. And this was in a house I owned. They wouldn't leave. So I packed up and left. I probably left for like, I don't know, maybe two weeks, maybe a month. And they eventually moved out. But I came back to like some damage and stuff. But it was nothing in comparison to having my peace and moving on with my life. So I hope she I honestly, I do hope she moves. Changing the locks that's not gonna do anything, if that's what she did. But I think she tried to work. I do too, probably, but he always goes to social media. Okay. Yeah, she did too though. however many months ago that was, when she was saying, when she was online saying she didn't know where Halo was. Hey Coach, hey Monique, Alana, Allison, hey sister. I'm just on here giving my thoughts about the whole Halle Bailey DDG thing, because you know I can relate. Other than the laying of hands, I can relate. Right, because who keeping the kid? Let's see what Trish said. I would consider that a support system. But yeah, it's just, ugh. It's just sad to me. And then being in the public eye, that I know that makes it probably 100 times worse, because you got people just talking about it. And then I forgot who mentioned it in the chat, but his family talking about it. Like, I know that just makes everything worse. But like the title of my live says, do y'all think she is to blame too? Like, what do y'all think? And I'm sorry if y'all already answered it in the chat. Obviously, I can't read it right now, so bear with me. I'm almost to a stopping point. And this is actually the part of the expressway that kind of slows down, because it's like a bottleneck, and it's like everybody coming from all parts of the city and going this way. I would consider that. I don't know. Do you pay your support system though, Trish? Hi, Sandra. Child, that situation is bad all around. It is. I pay mine even if it's family, but she has money and can afford a nanny. In the article I read, I think it was on the Shade Room is where I read it today, and it was saying she had a nanny and she flew out DDG's mom to pick up Halo, but DDG refused to pay for a round trip ticket. He only paid one way and told Halle she had to pay to fly mom and Halo back out to him. Like, he's been doing like petty stuff like that. Sometimes I just wondering, because I think we can all agree, keep the kids out of this relationship we can't be, but sometimes I think it's easier. That's true, Trish. Hey, honey. I was just asking about you in my chat, not in my chat, in my live from last night. I was like, has anybody seen Honey? And a couple of people said they saw you in some other lives yesterday. How are you? I hope you have been well. I saw you got a video premiere coming up. I got to check that out and make sure I don't miss it. Yeah, everybody's like, honey. We were like that yesterday about Fabby. Everybody had been asking where you and Fabby were. But I'm so glad you popped in. I'm all off topic now. What was the last thing I was saying about Didi? Yeah, he was being petty, not wanting to fly the mom back out from picking up Halo. And it mentioned something about a nanny and something else, somebody else, to help watch Halo while she goes and works and stuff. And it says something about she's got a movie like overseas for 2 months, and she wants to take Halo, but he might have I think it said he might have a problem with that too. But basically, she's trying to keep Halo, you know, close to her and with her most of the time. But I think she has tried to work stuff out behind the scenes for sure. I'm sure it's a whole lot of that been going on, but DDG need to chill out. I don't care what anybody says. I don't feel like you should ever put your hands on anybody unless it's in defense. Like, that's my philosophy. Keep your hands to yourself. I'm not even gonna say you can say what you want, because that can, you know, provoke things and promote it. Promote situations to getting worse. But, you know, sometimes being young, not knowing better, not, you know, having better self-control, and you know, you out here with all this money and notoriety and really you know, nothing to keep you in check. You know, I don't know. I just, as a mom and as somebody who went through something similar, I tend to lean more towards her. But a child, you know, a child is always going to be healthier with both parents. But when my daughter got old enough, I let her make the decision. I didn't say things to her about her dad and all of that. I was just like, when she gets older and things are safer and all of that, then I'll allow her to make the decision. And it'll, you know, I'll let her talk to him. I did do that, you know, throughout her whole childhood. And she saw him a few times, but it was a whole lot of other stuff that happened. And as a mom, it just wasn't safe. And that's all I'll say. I didn't trust that she would be safe. So in a whole lot of ways, I completely understand where Halle is coming from, especially if what's in that in her restraining order is true. And they said she's got Ring doorbell footage, she's got pictures of a chipped tooth, and I was like, goodness gracious. She said she was just putting the little boy in the car seat, and I think it said she was trying to ask him when he was gonna bring Halo back, and he wouldn't answer her. And I guess things just escalated there, and it's just like, you can't. And I feel like he obviously is gonna bring him back, but to her point, like, she needs to make sure she's gonna be home, and, you know, make arrangements to make sure that somebody can have Halo or need to pick Halo up or what it, like, I understand her wanting to know when he was gonna bring him back. Like, it's not to be nosy or control, you know, however that came across. It's just like, no, like, I need to make sure I'm gonna be wherever, or make arrangements, or let's figure that out, so when he come back, I can get him. But not Halo, I guess DDG was on whatever he was on, because he and his feelings about, I guess, not having Halo when he want him and all of that, I don't know. But my heart goes out to that little girl, and I hope they get it together. Because there's no reason for it. Like, they not struggling. They just famous and got money. So this should really not be this hard. Everything is figure outable. And I hope they do that. I really do. We'll check your channel out. Thank y'all so much. It's so much going on that I'm missing. Welcome to everyone who has joined since I started this live when I left work 30 minutes ago. 50-year-old black women love some celebrity gossip. Okay, first of all, I'm not 50. And even if I was, so what? I bet you got some weird stuff you like for your age. What's the problem, African American brother? Why are you trying to come down on the fellow black sisters? I beg to differ. There are more men with gossip channels and shows than women, and no one is 50. Exactly. Hey, Tanika. Welcome. I've been talking for 30 minutes about, do I think Halle is partially to blame for what she's going through? And we can go all the way back to, you know, she made the decision to lay down with him and all that. And I'm going to say this too. If you don't have kids and you want kids and you're not married and you're younger and all of that, child, please be careful about who you lay down with, because it is extremely important. Hold on, y'all. Well, I'm just turning the camera off, but for a second. But I can still talk, but and see the chat. But it is extremely important to know and understand and be clear about who you lay down with. If you don't want kids, protect yourself. Because I'm telling y'all, it is stuff that you find out that you do not know when you make that in the moment decision. And you gonna be like, I don't know what in the world I was thinking about. That's the problem. You wasn't thinking. And listen, y'all, I'm talking to myself. We've all been there, I'm pretty sure, and had those moments. I don't know how old everybody, I don't know who's in the chat, and I don't know how old everybody is in the chat. But if you are under the sound of my voice and you want kids, and like, please, hear me clearly. Be wise. Because it matters in a whole lot of ways that you would think. Like, for reals. Oh, I got a great parking space today. Yay me. Yep, I followed DDG right before he moved to Cali. Yep, been there in the past. That goes from, it does, DeCenta. It really does. That's true, Faith. Yep, Tanika. Be very, yep. I mean, if you can't say ouch. Oh my goodness. Okay, honey. Man, thank y'all for joining. I'm finna head up. So I'm gonna leave the camera off for just a little bit longer, but I'm gonna still talk to y'all while I go up here. I'm grabbing my stuffs. Where are my keys? There they are. But yeah, I don't. I was just really sad to read that. I think she's a sweet girl, though. I think she's feisty. I think she's very feisty. But I can tell she's a great mom, too. And she don't play about Halo at all. Yes, it is almost Friday. We got a fun weekend coming up. I do plan to vlog. But I honestly don't think I'm going to vlog Well, I haven't vlogged all week, so I'm not gonna vlog today either. But yeah, y'all. I'm almost up there, y'all. Give me just a second. Hold the line, as my girl Fee would say. Hold the line. Okay, y'all. Almost there. It's cold in here. All right, y'all. I don't have too much more to say. I think I got it all out on the car ride home, but let me go back through the chat and see if I missed anything. Hey, Corey. I've already spilled my guts on what I think. What do you think Halle's a little bit to blame? Are you up on what's going on with Halle and DDG, Corey? Let me scroll back up and see if I missed anything or anybody. Got Alana, got Elevated, my girl PT. Got some new people. I'm not gonna call them trolls. Hi, Jaredin Adam, if that's how you pronounce your name. Hey, Allison. Oh, and let me put up my poll real quick because I did forget to do that. Did you subscribe and like the live? That rhymes. I like that. Excuse me. Let's see who else. Say hey to Honey. Hey, Trish. Hey, Jacinta. Hey, Coach. Excuse me, y'all. I ate my lunch late. Hey, Kim Woonart. Yes, for your uncle, if he's supposed to be freed. We're not gonna say free Diddy just yet. We need to hold our horses on that. In Elevators Live earlier, we were talking about if Cassie, like, was she really a victim or not? Hey, Bookie Butt. Oh, that's funny. I guess African brother is gone. Hey, Jocelyn, if you're still in here. Hey, Monique. .303 RDCO. Hey, Big Mo. Maybe he was speaking to Monique. I don't know. Hey, nice lady. Thank you for joining. I saw Ebony. Soul Reaper. All right, Alana. So what's your IG suite? Okay. Alana, did you give him your IG if you still in here? Ebony said, right, I agree. Soul Reaper crushing on Alana. Can people just drive and not stream at the same time? We're gonna see it live. No, you weren't, because first of all, I'm a great driver. And second of all, like, don't put those kind of thoughts and energies toward me. Like, don't do that. How is it daytime? My country is not, because we're in different countries, Jordan. And I'll take auntie. Yep, I'm auntie era, and I'm cool with that. I'm not grandma era, that's for sure. Yes, I do. I think it could be 50-50, kind of like the real. Okay, there's still no excuse to put. Yes, Corey, that is exactly what I said. I think Cassie was a victim. We have raw footage of her. Absolutely. And I think that Cassie, she consented to some of it, because obviously she did it more than once. But when it got to the point where she didn't consent, that's where the boundaries were crossed, and he should have let it go. And she should have never went back. That's what I think. But there's also that, I don't know. I don't know. I think she was both a victim and consenting to a certain extent. Hello, North Carolina. Welcome, Mr. Tenfold. Yes, she was a victim. You have to understand the human mind. The brain is an awesome creation, and people can manipulate it. It can take time to break out. Yep. Yep, 10 years. And she said that several times. 10 years. That's why. Because I think she was asked that question. And she was like, we were together for 10 years. I think something I just read said that he raped her even while she was when they weren't together anymore, and she was with her now husband. And then she also went back to him again after that. And I was just like, that is powerful. Like, powerful. I'm not up to date with the current events. I don't know about much. I saw today he's in court and overheard about Halle. Yeah, it's a lot. And I mean, I think by settling with Cassie, he admitted on not even on any level. He basically admitted what he did to her. He knew he wouldn't win that case, so he went ahead and settled with her. He was probably also trying to, do what he could to try to right what he did to that girl, because he knows what he did. Hey, Philip, welcome from Australia. Sandra, I agree. Psychologically, can be trapped and feel like they can't leave. Yep. You should add me to give more context. I don't think I can add you now. I would have had to add you before I started the live. Yeah, no. I can't add you at this point. Yeah, Diddy is very wild. He didn't even do business right. And somebody was saying earlier that I forgot my thought that quick. I forgot my thought just that quick. Free the king of freaks. Why, Cameron? Why? And y'all know who trips me out? Young Miami, because she openly admitted that she was a whore. She was like, yeah, I'm a whore. And I was like, why would you openly admit that and say that on the internet? I know she gonna be on the witness stand sometime during this whole trial. And it's like, don't get quiet now. You was all on your little podcast, or not podcast, your little show, admitting, just not saying names. But we all know, she want to do a double screen with you. I can't. It's too late. You have to add people before you start the live. You can't do it once you start it. Great topic. I did my take on this as well. What's your take, All-Star? I don't agree with any hands being laid on anybody for any reason. And I believe, and as mothers, again, we want our kids to have their father. So it's a whole lot of stuff that we will do to try to work through it. But we're not gonna let you put our babies in danger, or if it's questionable and it's just too much going on. Like, nah, we're not gonna do that. We are not. And y'all, I'm gonna sit down because I think I stood up for almost 3 hours last night. And my left leg hurts me a little bit today. The joys of being over 40. Let me give an example. A woman can be abused by her husband multiple times, go back every time for years, then file for divorce. You both sign the papers, but still have. Okay, yeah. The brain is complex and you have to understand it. I feel like she thought that was cute at the time, also being ignorant, but something in me feel like she's not 100%. Are you talking about Miami, Corey? With the Halle and DDG situation, my take is men need to learn emotional management. Yeah. True leadership and the value that comes with the platform. Yes, All Star, you nailed it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like all of that is, yeah, but I don't know how old DDG is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you did use the word whore. That should have been my cue. But yes, yes, All Star, you nailed it. 100%. The emotional management and what do you call it? Emotional, is it emotional maturity? I don't know why I'm trying to think of a different word. The only way for men to elevate is to look within and know who they are. Yep. DDG got to be in his mid to late 20s. Yes, Alana, emotional intelligence. Bingo. That's what it is. My mother went back to my abusive father about 3 times till she finally left him. Yep, that sounds like the pattern. It sure does. That's what Rihanna did with Chris. And she finally left. And then so did, what's her name, years later, Karuchi. She was kind of like, they were kind of like the Cassie Diddy situation. And the sad thing about Cassidy is Cassie, not Cassidy. The sad thing about her is she never got the long-term successful music career or the money from it. See y'all ladies. Karate or whatever her name is. Oh my gosh, yes. When did I learn how to pronounce her name? At some point during their little, like back when they were together in like the early 2000s, mid 2000s, I was really into like the celebrity magazines, like the Shade Room and Media Takeout and all that. I don't read that stuff anymore, but the text they are showing between C and D are within the first or second year of the situation. So she was still young and not experienced, still gullible, and was looking to please him to show. Oh, okay. Whole time she just should have went on with Ryan Leslie. Whole time. Yes, I do remember Nicole Bitchy, but I remember her, but I don't remember like being a faithful reader of her content. Y'all ladies are very intelligent in here. Y'all my safe place. I'm learning. Oh, so glad we're able to help you, Mr. Tenfold. He's 27. I did research on how long their relationship was publicly. 2022. Had a baby 2023. Broke up October 2024. Hearing that shows me he lacks leadership. Having children, yes, it is. And I bet you he thinks he is. I think he's a good dad, but like you're saying, All Star, he is not a good leader. You're absolutely right. Also, salute to the ladies. Great to see you. Thank you, All Star. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Bronx nurse. Thank you for joining. Corey agrees with you also. I can't compare those relationships, in my opinion, the C&D situation. I agree now, but it was stories about Chris and Karushi or karate or whatever. I tapped into her site when I wanted. Okay. Yeah, I was all over media takeout and it was a couple of other ones. And I used to read People. Like that was like part of my morning routine. But I got out of all of that. Because I was like, I need to be focused on something that's going to like grow me instead of wasting time on reading gossip. But if I come across it, then certain things I'll read, but it's not something that I seek out anymore. I was in my 20s, reading stuff. Hey, West Side. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Biblical instructions before leaving earth. Welcome. Numbers 32:23. But if ye will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out. Thank you for sharing that. Didn't Chris Brown? I saw something about he got arrested for something that happened in a club in 2023 or something. I don't know. Like free. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I don't know if it was on Cassie and Diddy level, but she admitted to doing like threesomes and stuff with Chris. And then she stopped wanting to do it. And I'm not going to, allegedly, everything that has been said in this live is allegedly. Allegedly. I don't know if it was like on the freak off levels, but she was saying she eventually was doing some stuff she didn't want to do. Now read that Bible. You want to grow in life and know what's the meaning of it. Know of Jesus Christ. You're not wrong, biblical. In the UK, he hit someone across the head. Goodness. Goodness, Crit. He needs some emotional intelligence. He doesn't have any either. They need to come talk to you. Let me get it right, because I don't want to be wrong. Y'all, my memory and my brain are tired. All-Star. They need to come to, Chris need to talk to you, All-Star. He's not a leader either. He be making us look bad. Yes, he does. The threesomes are normal in Hollywood. I believe it. Don Julio make you act a foolio. I've never had Don Julio. I didn't know about the three ways. Yeah. Freak offs were much, much different than a threesome, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I agree. But where I'm saying the similarity is where they stopped consenting and boundaries were crossed. I'm on 1%. Oh, okay. Thank you, honey. Thank you for joining. It was so good to see you in here. Thank you. And welcome back. I just want one lady. That's it. Listen, it's a whole lot easier and simpler. Life will go a whole lot better. Treat her like the queen that she is, and your life will change. Women, listen, this is coming from listening to Tony Gaskin's book, A Woman's Influence. If y'all have not listened to that book, go listen to it. Women, we have so much power. And I'm not saying that in a bragging or arrogant way. It's our influence on men and their lives is just unmatched. I agree, Alana. That was way too much. And that probably wasn't even the half of it or the tip of the iceberg. Hey, Randy, thank you for joining. Yes, I like Tony Gaskins a lot. Hey, Venom. Thank you for joining. Who done put a crazy message in here? Do I even want to view it? Because I have my comments set to strict. So some stuff will automatically be held for review, even if a mod doesn't touch it. A lady is something. Yes. Y'all give us something and we create something out of it. Y'all give us, and then we make a baby. Y'all give us a house, we make it a home. Y'all give us some food ingredients, we can make a meal. He got me through my separation. Oh, wow. Yep. Even just listen, not even me with Tony one-on-one, just going through his content, it sure can. Y'all need to be washed in the blood of Jesus after this summer's over. If these celebrities are not in an emergency situation, then I don't want to know anything else. Oh my goodness, is that serious? Why for? Natural face look good. Good vibes, positive. Thank you, Marcel. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm not going to stay here too much longer, y'all. I'm not going to be on here for almost 3 hours like I was last night. This was supposed to be a ride home car chat. It was Mr. Tenfold comment. I'm not sure why it was blocked. Yeah, sometimes sometimes YouTube get it wrong. Sometimes it's not a bad comment. I have to jet. Great to see you and everyone. Get the likes up. Yes, thank you. Thank you, All Star. It was great to see you too. I super appreciate you dropping in. You dropped some true gems in this conversation. When a man finds a lady, yep. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Yes, you did remix it. Hey, Rudy, thank you. I'm actually not going to be on here much longer, but thank you for joining. Thank you so, so much. But yeah, y'all. I was like, let me hop on here for a few minutes. Couple fruit. There go a Memphis word. Last night at the end of my live, I was telling them to give me words to say in a Memphis accent. And some of them I couldn't remember, but that was one just then. Fur. Not few, fur. And last night I said beautiful, scrimps, scrife, which is Sprite, curbing. Y'all think Young Miami participated in the... Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She was probably like, when is the next one? According to the way she explained it and the way, not she explained it, but the way she talked about some things on her show. I noticed that show hadn't been back. Did they shut down his whole network? Hey, Miss Paula. Orange. Yes, Orange was one of them. Orange, not Orange. Perkles, Merc, Pencils. I'm actually about to hop off of here, though, Miss Paula. I was getting my thoughts out on the way home. Miss Paula, do you know who Halle Bailey and DDG are? When Diddy got locked up, she bought a Ferrari. Listen, Miami still had her own money, but she was getting money from him, too. He was probably paying her on the front end, so he didn't have to pay her on the back end like he had to do with Cassie. No, don't. I didn't think you would, but I didn't want to assume. But it's just a little young couple who's having issues. They had a baby. No, she wasn't one of Diddy's. But yeah, they're just going through some issues and some laying of hands on each other and stuff like that, and they got a little baby. But she was like my girl DeCenta. She described who she is perfectly. She's the Black Little Mermaid. Lump sum me, baby. Pay before you play. Sister. The things people do for money is disturbing, like the women who. What do they do, Alana? Yes, Miss Paula, they are celebrities. They're young celebrities. DDG is a famous streamer. But yeah, people to, what do they say? Do something strange for a little piece of change or something like that. Yeah. And then we got into talking about Diddy a little bit. But yeah, I have been on here an hour, guys. I am going to work out, and I'm glad Fabi is not on here, because she would have told me to stay on here till 30 likes. And then it changed to 40. And then she was like, no, wait, stay until 50. And then it was 9:30. So no spaghetti. No, not yet. We gotta figure everything out. He don't need to get a slap, not be convicted or some kind of consequence for the stuff that he has done. And we all know he's not the only one. He's just the one that has gotten caught for now. We know there's more, and it's ongoing every single day. But unfortunately, he's probably going to be the example. There needs to be an example. Yes, I'm so glad you got to say hi to Miss Paula at the lab, because this has been too much in the news. And yes, we should play What Would You Do for a Millie? I know who Dolly Parton is. We all probably know who Dolly Parton is, but it's all good, Miss Paula. We are still doing the line dance live too, Alana, maybe end of this month, because the month is busy. This month or next month? Because I still have to do editing live too. I need to put up that post so y'all can drop your questions in there for the editing live. Ooh, Arabian princes fly them out to use them as... Oh, no! They post they are living lavish, but what they do for the money is horrific. Wow. That's sad. Exactly, Miss Paula. Ew. Oh, bless their souls and their minds to put themselves through that just for money. Oh my gosh. I just can't relate on any level. Like no level at all. But yeah, my people, I'm gonna hop off of here. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me for the past little bit over an hour. I hope y'all have an amazing evening, a great weekend if I'm not back on here until sometime next week, because I have a very busy weekend. But I'll likely vlog, so y'all will get to see what I do this weekend. But I don't know if I'll be coming back on live or not, but we'll see. But either way, yes, poor, young, confused folks absolutely do lie. But yeah, either way, thank y'all so much. Be blessed. Hugs, all the things. And I'll see y'all whenever the next time I'm live. Bye, guys. Hey, Lily.